Hey everybody, welcome to Jaden, Jordan, and Joshua's world. Yeah! Okay, today we are going to be going on a bus boat. Yeah.
You're going on the SEAL tour.
Yeah.
Here comes your SEAL tour bus right now.
Oh, there's right now? Yeah, because the next, the SEAL bus is here, so it should be 2 o'clock. Yeah, and that was just perfect timing. If it was just 2 o'clock,
Come on,
that's
let's
perfect.
go film the boat.
All right, time to go to the boat.
I totally get it, yeah.
No, that doesn't make sense.
Okay, I'm
I'm going for that.
film you guys getting on the bus, okay? Jaden,
Yeah.
I'm gonna film you guys climbing up the bus. Turn around, Jaden and Joshua. Go ahead.
Subaru.
Hour, about 15 minutes or so back. Just so you know what you're getting into here. So just a quick reminder of our 3 most important safety rules. Anytime the wheels are touching the street, everyone has to be staying in their seats. Good news though, the hour we're about today, that's Coast Guard rules. That's when we're allowed to stand and walk around. Also, if you have a hat and you like that hat a lot, you want to keep that hat on your head. Or anything else that could maybe fly off or away, thanks for holding on to it now.
What are you doing?
If anything flies off the seal, we can't go back and get it on the tour. Lastly, feet off the ground, so an elbow, a hand on the rail, that's totally fine. Just thanks for not reaching out and grabbing at anything as we pass it by. So this is Captain Chill and I's second tour of the day. This morning we saw so many wild California sea lions out there. But the fun thing about doing these tours, every single one is different. We know we're going to see more sea lions, it's just everything else. Whether it's dolphins, maybe ships, maybe aircraft, it's a surprise even for us. So if you see something splashing around in the water today, please point that out. It's something we're hoping to see too. First thing I wanted to point out on this tour though, coming up near the front on the right, look for a low building, red awnings, blue umbrellas. It's a restaurant, safari park, Balboa Park, La Jolla, SeaWorld, Legoland. For every attraction in San Diego, Midway's #1. You can take yourself on a self-guided audio tour where you can see everything on board. From the flight deck, to officer's country, to post office, to mess hall, even the Midway's own jail. There's so much history on board. Really easy to lose track of time and not even realize how much time has passed. So if you're interested in seeing the Midway while you're here, you go back to our booth, see Anya, we're able to get you a discount on the Midway admission just since you're on our SEAL tour here. Now on the left, we have a nice view of our San Diego Bay through the trees a little bit here. Captain Chill and I, we still do these tours even when it rains. Not that it rains here very often, but when it does, with no window coverings on our vehicle, not super fun being out there. SEAL Park. This is something we do every Saturday and Sunday. If you haven't eaten out of a food truck before, it's a very Southern California experience. So much so, we're even going to be doing this tomorrow as well. And we're coming up to our next big bump of the tour. Our next big bump of the tour is going to be happening right about now. Got one more to go. Coming up near the front on the left, it kind of looks like a pirate ship, but it's a lot more interesting than that. We're coming up to the Star of India. The Star of India is the world's oldest, still active sailing ship. This boat was put into the water 5 days before President Abraham Lincoln gave his Gettysburg Address, November 1863. The Star of India is 160 years old. I also worked at the Maritime Museum in their education department last 6 years, so I'll give you a speed tour on our way back. We have May Fest going to Bayfest. The headliners, the band Sublime. And tickets are available for just $230. Here's a free snippet of the concert though. Now that we passed by MCRD over on the left, really nice view of all these boats in the water. But just on the other side of these boats,
Oh, what's this?
got a very thin stretch of land. All the big tall palm trees and hotels. That's Harbor Island. It's an entirely man-made island. When the Navy first wanted to build bases around not always able to see Mexico. It's close, but sometimes we just have too much of a fog, marine layer, clouds, and it blocks it from us. The captain's also going to put us in a really cool spot to see a giant boat near the front on the right. USNS John Lewis. Why the extra letter? Why not USS? Well, this stands for United States Naval Ship. This is a Navy ship, but there's no Navy personnel on board, so no one enlisted in the Navy. Instead, it's all civilians working or contracted for the Navy. It's a little bit different, that's why it's not a USS. What this is something called a fleet replenisher. What that means is if there's another ship way out in the ocean, it runs out of fuel, oil, cargo, ammunition. Well, this is able to replenish the fleet. It has those gray arms with the long black cables, so those are the fuel pumps. It can fuel up another boat. We have a Sea Lion near the front on the left. You see the arrow pointed up? The Sea Lion's flipper's got a tap on the side. Yes, not anymore now that I pointed it out. Swimming by the white mooring ball there. Alright. Hey.
There he is.
I saw a sea lion go in the water.
The sea lions are great swimmers. These animals stay underwater for 20 minutes. They can dive down 800.
See it right there? I see it. Oh yeah, I can see it.
See it, Josh?
I see it.
San Diego Bay
I
is
heard a
only
bird
55
looking
feet deep. So when you get out into the ocean, they'll keep on
What are the
diving
bird
down.
looking
Yeah, we
things
saw
called?
that one flip.
I don't know.
This is a male sea lion towards the peak of it. So because he's a little bit ripped up. They're only 5 feet long, 200 pounds. So very big difference in size between the two.
That's
Right behind
big.
his eyeball, there's a little tiny ear flap. That's what makes them different than seals. And Captain Chill found some more. You see them near the front on the left? There's face arch sink. They could easily spread out, sleep. Everyone has their own spot. They'd rather all pile up on the same bait barge, even if that means sinking it down into the water.
I don't see any more.
Here we got the baby
Oh,
sea lions out
there's
here.
two.
The time
Oh,
it
there's
takes the sea
more.
lions
I
to
only
have
saw
their
one.
baby is
I
11
only
months.
saw one of them.
They'll
I
be
don't
pregnant for
remember
almost
which
a
one.
full year.
I know I
They'll
saw
spend
one of
about
them.
3
but
years
not
with their
long.
baby. Then on to the next one.
Whoa! And I can see a baby one.
There's our other big male in the water. shinier they look, their fur is wet. Dull and puffy, they're nice and dry. Any mangy looking sea lions, they got splashed with water, too lazy to move, and the fur dried unevenly.
Is he trying to get up?
We're gonna do our turn now.
No, he's getting conquered.
Yeah, okay, so the other side can see. Over here, there's Captain Chill's super secret submarine base. See the nuclear submarine sticking up out of the water there? We got this little gray boat pointed away from us, and to the right of it is a nuclear submarine. If you have a cat at home, it's kind of similar to that. The sea lions, they don't hold objects on their nose. They actually use their whiskers to hold it up. Their whiskers have a name called it. But if you stand in the ocean up to your shoulders, you're standing perfectly still, not swimming or kicking or splashing. If a great white shark is within 100 feet of you, they already know where you are. They can hear or physically sense your heartbeat in the water as you stand there. So taking a fish that hyper sensitive, dropping it in the bay with all the Navy ships, the jet skis, the speedboats, the sound of all the motors in one spot, way too loud. They go in the ocean where there's a lot more space. That's also why we see sea lions. The sea lions know once they're in the bay, they're nice and safe, nothing coming after them here. Okay, well this is your last chance. Switch your seats around here. Once we get back on land, it's going to be our same rules as before, having to stay in our seats. Now what's going to happen on the ramp, we're going to feel two big bumps. First bump's the front wheels, second bump, the little salute to the door.
This one's a girl and this one's a boy. I have a feeling that this one's a girl. I have a feeling that this one's a girl and this one's a boy.
Okay.
Right, David?
Here we might even see Richie swimming around us here. That big sea lion head popping up out of the water. Okay, so getting ready for that first bump of our front wheels. Touch down on the ramp here. Our first bump's going to be happening here. Right, down. Now it's the first bump, second bump, and then our lurch. Now the captain's turning us back into a vehicle here. And away we go. If you thought Captain Chill did a great job keeping us safe, give us a quick round of applause. Really nice day in our San Diego Bay. So now that we are a vehicle again, I'm going to make a quick stop. While we put the boat in the water, you might have seen some kelp or seaweed floating around past us. We can't take the seaweed on land with us. It's really unsafe for other drivers. We're going to make a quick stop. I'm going to drop the ladder, run around, take all the seaweed, toss it back in the bay. All we expect from you is to please stay in your seats, enjoy the scenery. We'll be back on the tour when we are seaweed free.